Inside this Dutch city that most of the world has never heard of, there is a factory. And inside this factory, there sits a machine that you will never see, never touch, and never buy in your lifetime. It weighs 180 tons, it takes 3 Boeing cargo planes to ship, it costs $380 million per unit, and when it arrives at its destination, a team of engineers have to fly in from Netherlands just to assemble it. Because no one else on the entire planet has the expertise to do that. Now think about this for a second. The phone you're holding right now, the laptop on your desk, the car sitting outside, and every AI system that has ever given you an answer. All of it exists because of this machine and what it does. For years, the United States pressurized entire governments to make sure that China never got access to this machine. And China spent billions of dollars trying to build one from scratch. Even they could not do it. And now, on May 16th, 2026, India has finally signed a deal with the company that makes this machine. The Prime Ministers of India and Netherlands stood in the same room while it was happening. Now, there are two ways in which people are looking at this. One version is saying that India just made history. The other is saying that India should not be celebrating boarding a train that left a station in 2001. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which version is closer to the truth, and the answer might surprise you. Let me take you to Veldhoven, a town just outside of Eindhoven in Netherlands. This is home to ASML, a company whose name you might have never heard of, but which holds more power over the future of global technology than most organizations in the world. So what does ASML actually do? Picture this. You want to draw a map of the entire country. Every road, every building, every single room inside of those buildings. And you want to print all of that with perfect accuracy on something the size of your thumbnail. To even attempt that, you will need a pen that does not write with ink. You would need one that writes with light, using waves so small and so controlled that they can trace details that the human eye cannot see and the human mind cannot imagine. That is what ASML builds. Not for maps, but for chips. Their machines use beams of light to draw microscopic circuits onto thin slices of silicon called wafers. Those circuits become chips, and those chips eventually end up in everything around you. The most advanced version of this machine is called an EUV machine, extreme ultraviolet. And what makes ASML unlike any other company in the entire world is this. They are not the best in making EUV machines. They're the only ones who can make them at all. If ASML stopped producing tomorrow, the entire global chip industry would not slow down, it would stop moving entirely. This is exactly why United States went to the Dutch government to make sure these machines never went to China, because the country that can access ASML's technology is the country that gets to build the world's most advanced chips. And the country that builds the most powerful chips leads in artificial intelligence, in military capability, and in economic power for the generation ahead. And this is the company that India just struck a deal with. Before we get to this part, let me quickly introduce you to Zorcha. If you have ever seen a video in which a creator asked you to comment something and then sent you something in the DM, they use DM automation. And if you're looking to grow your Instagram, then Zorcha is the most reliable DM automation tool that you can use. Over 100,000 creators already trust it, and I have added the link in the description. Do check it out. Now let's get back to the story. It was May 16th, 2026, The Hague, Netherlands. Tata Electronics CEO Dr. Randhir Thakur and ASML CEO Christophe Fouquet sat across from each other and signed an MOU. The Prime Minister of India and the Prime Minister of Netherlands were both in the room. So what did they actually agree to? The deal covers three things. The first is the equipment. ASML will supply its lithography machines to a semiconductor fabrication plant that Tata is currently building in Dholera, Gujarat. This will be India's first commercial front-end chip manufacturing facility worth $11 billion, spread across 66 hectares of land where construction is already 50% complete. The foundation is done, cleanroom installation is beginning now, and the first chips are expected to roll out by late 2026. The plant is designed to reach a full capacity of 50,000 wafers a month. That is roughly 3 billion chips every year. This fabrication plant is a joint venture with Taiwan's PSMC, whose teams will be on the ground handling the technology and training Indian engineers. The second part is about people. ASML and Tata will together build training programs for Indian semiconductor engineers, and this is actually one of the most significant parts of the whole deal. Because you can import a machine, but you cannot import decades worth of accumulated knowledge. That has to be built from within. The third part is research. The two companies will develop scientific R&D infrastructure inside India specifically for lithography. Eindhoven University, Twente University, and 6 IITs have already logged academic partnerships specifically for semiconductor engineering. But here is where the story gets a little complicated. The machines that ASML is sending to India are not the most advanced ones. These are called DUV, deep ultraviolet. To understand why this matters, you have to understand the difference between the two generations of the same fundamental technology. DUV machines draw circuits onto silicon using light at a wavelength of 193 nanometers. EUV machines do the same thing but at 13.5 nanometers. The smaller the wavelength, the finer the detail you can print and the more transistors you can fit onto a single chip. The chips inside your iPhone right now and the processor powering Nvidia's AI systems are made at 2 nanometer nodes using EUV. The chips coming out of Dholera will be made at 28 to 110 nanometer nodes using DUV. These chips are used in automobiles, industries, IoT devices, medical devices, and many more products. To completely understand the difference between the two, let's look at their market size. The total semiconductor market was around $792 billion in 2025. Out of this, roughly $260 billion can be attributed to EUV and $530 billion to DUV produced chips. But here's what makes the story interesting. If you look at this from volume terms, EUV contributes to only 15% of the entire chip production, and DUV is still used for 85% of all the chips produced. So the technology that India is getting might not be glamorous, but the market for it is huge. It is consistently profitable and it will definitely help India move towards its goal of Atmanirbhar Bharat. India does not necessarily need to out-manufacture TSMC at the bleeding edge to win here. What India needs is to stop exporting money every time an Indian car rolls off a production line, every time an Indian factory installs a new machine, and every time an Indian hospital buys a new piece of diagnostic equipment. That is what Dholera is actually being built to solve. Now this brings us to the most important part of the video. What can you as an entrepreneur learn from this story? Remember the question from the start? Did India just make history or did it board a train that left the station in 2001? Well, here's the answer. The question itself is a trap, and falling for it is the most expensive mistake that any entrepreneur can make. When a first-time entrepreneur is looking to start a venture, they look for the most cutting-edge disruptive technology. In most of the cases, that is not the best way to do things. It makes a lot more sense to start with something which is already proven, which already has demand, which is already profitable, and which already has a much higher chance of success. And that is exactly what Zorcha did. Zorcha was not the first DM automation tool. In fact, it was 6 years late to the party, but it is still gaining market share because it has a better product, better support, and better pricing. I hope this video was useful for you. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us a lot. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.